I just step in here out of the wind. It's cold out there, like 9 degrees, and many of you are probably experiencing the same things. These wild temperature swings, and it drops 50 degrees in just a day or so. That impacts those cattle markets, and it impacts cattle too. So there's a reason for that impact, and that impact is risk. It's a good opportunity to show you just kind of things to think about if you're going to sell some before a storm, or if you're wanting to buy some and you're able and you're willing to take care of those cattle through the storm and assume that risk. There's discounts out there, but it's at a cost. So let's take a look at this. We're going up to Iowa. This is a sale actually from yesterday, so the day before the worst of the storm rolled in. This is a good one to take a look at. It's something to kind of file away for future. Okay, back inside, got a log on the fire, got the computer fired up, and this is what I'm talking about right here. So this was taken from a sale yesterday, actually, Friday, January 23rd. Today is the 24th of January, 2026. So, most of you, the big swath of the country, you're experiencing a major winter event right now. Of course, up in Iowa, obviously it's going to be a lot colder than it is, say, in like Mississippi or northern Louisiana or even here where I'm at. But, these temperature swings, they impact cattle no matter where you're at. You have 30, 40, 50 degrees temperature swings. Those extremes, they impact cattle, and that creates risk. And that is what we're going to look at right here. So we're going to Dunlap, Iowa. The sale, like I said, was yesterday, Friday, January 23rd, right in front of this major winter event. And this is what caught my eye right here. And I was going to go to Florida today and look at reports, and just because it's warm there, But I decided to settle up on Iowa for this very reason right here. And so this caught my eye. What we're looking at here are these steers, medium and large number ones. And let's take a peek at these 600 pounders. So we're going to look at the 634s and the 639s. It's a perfect example right here. Market Reporter, he flagged on here that these were unweaned. They're probably balling calves. They went through the ring. They were balling and carrying on. He flagged them. And he made a note up here too. Frigid temps. That's what I wanted to see. So smaller crowd with the frigid temps in the area. So what that equals out to is a situation where there's risk. And if you're willing to accept that risk, it could pay for you if you're able and willing. Let's put the word able in there as well. So let's crunch these math real quick. So 639 pounders at 405. The 634 pounders brought 424.91. You do the math on that. If you subtract 424.91 minus 405, that gives you 19.91. 19.91. And what that is the difference in price on a 100-weight basis. This will all make more sense here in just a second. So the difference in price, $19.91 for every 100 pounds, $19.91 difference. If we just kind of take the average here and we take 635, so the average between 634, 639 is about 635. So if we take 635 pounds and we take that times that 1991, and let's just take that down to a per 100 weight or per pound price. So we're going to say 0.1991. And what that's going to equal is $126.42. That is how much money is in between these two strings of cattle. They're roughly the same weight. The only difference is one of them's unweaned. It has risk with it. The cold weather, the cold temps, these buyers are shying away from those, and they are being discounted pretty heavy. As far as we know, we can tell they're the same quality of cattle, the same frame size, same quality, both ended up in these medium and large ones. So those buyers did not want to assume that risk. The guy that sold those, he took a beating on them. You know, if he would have weaned those off, would have had them conditioned ready for the sale, he would have made an extra $126.42 per head. And, you know, if you're able, if you can handle calves, especially with the storm coming in, and you're willing to get out there and brave the temps, you know, like right here, right now where I'm at, it's snowing and it's in the single digits and dropping down below zero tonight. You may not want to get out in that junk, you know. You may not have the facilities to handle it. You are assuming risk if you take this route. But there's an opportunity there if you're willing to do it, if you're in the market. So a couple lessons here. One, there's opportunity if you're able and willing. Lesson number two is if you're selling them, if you don't have to sell them and you can wean them. They're discounted, likely discounted heavier because of this winter storm. You know, if it was a bright, sunshiny day, they probably would not have seen as heavy of a discount on those unweaned calves. But with that comes with the storms and the extreme temps brings risk. And the way to mitigate risk is they pay less for them. So that's what we're looking at. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, if this is a method that you see that works for you, let me know what's going on as far as temperatures in your part of the world too. Like I said, if you're in Mississippi or you're in Montana, that temp swings 50 degrees in a day or so. You know, it has impacts. Even if it's not as extreme cold, those wild temperature swings definitely impact cattle performance and also cattle health. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you the next time. Stay warm, stay safe. God bless you all. See you later. Bye-bye.